Okay. Hello, hello, everybody. You remember what we were doing? Last time it was grinding, because I can. We just need like a tiny bit more experience. For an old crow. But how are we all doing today? I'm doing alright. Glad to be streaming, that's for sure. Oh, kill the cat! There we go. We hit that level 10. Alright, so we need to go speak with Pamela about that vision she had, because it's like the one we had. Ah, you came after all, nothing. I suppose you'd better tell me your names before we get started. You already know mine, of course. Crow introduces himself to Palmela. I'm Kiefer, Prince Kiefer of Vestar, to be precise. I'm Arabelle, very nice to meet you. Right, Kiefer, let's get down to brass tacks. You believe that little premonition I had were true, don't you? Yes. Not that it matters, of course. It were a real vision of the future, whether you believe me or not. But it's only one possible future. It doesn't have to come true, and we can make sure it doesn't. Which is where you'll come in. I need you to change Emberdale's future, and I know you have the power in you to do so. So what do you say, are you game? I'll be honest, I have no one else to ask. That's the spirit now. I'm not so loopy as to think the Father Oat Flame would go and make Burnemont to rot, don't worry. No, there's something else fishy going on up there. I'm doing my best to look into it, but I can't do it alone or from down here either. Exactly. Trouble is, the only time we can go up there for a closer look is when the festival's on. Even the gaffer's not allowed up there the rest of the time. So that means we're gonna have to wait until the festival gets started. It's taking place tonight, in case you hadn't heard, so you got a few hours, so go ahead and take a kick. Okay. We're gonna go take a nap. Fancy a quick nap? I mean, who isn't? I isn't. For I is. It's finally time for Flaming Festival to start! Sorry to turf you out like this, but I'm taking the rest of the day off. Your game mod? So the festival's starting, is it? He's hoping it doesn't end in disaster. Crap! We've got to do everything we can to make sure that doesn't happen. Let's start by going and talking to Palmela. Oh, looks like I made it in time for the festival again this year. It doesn't matter how far I travel, I always make sure I'm back in Emberdale when the festival's on. How do I know when it's second place? I suppose it's just a gift that folk born around these parts have. Game modern. Welcome to Village of Emberdale, where fabulous flaming festivals taking place. In fact, it just started. When's the Return of Fire ritual getting started? That's what I want to know. I want to be first up, burn them out with me flames. Hey, you remember me? I'm from the local innkeeper. I tell you what, it's not like a nice cup of tea after a hard day on the battlefield. It blinds me out. Well, I'm not against folks from other islands and whatnot, but if they get in the way of my festival, I'll give them the right clip round the lungle. Customers! Hey, don't like a festival, put a smile on your face, a cup of tea, a butty or 7. I do well, what do you think about Flaming Feather? Treasure having a fine old time, yes. Glad to hear it, the best is yet to come though. Why don't you grab a butty or 2 and a nice cup of tea while you wait for the return of the fire festival. Ugh, what a lovely evening. Maybe I should just think about finding myself a lass to settle down with and spend the rest of my days here in the village. Hey y'all, Flower, our lovely pate of butties. Helped all the other ladies in the village to make the spread for the festival. Made sure I saved some of my own little creations, especially for you. Now eat up. Great, I had a feeling that pile of burnt putties was her handiwork. That's why I didn't touch it. So it looks like I'm gonna end up eating them anyway. I've been employed by the gaffer of this village to dance at this festival. Alas, a gaggle of small children appear to have taken the prime dancing spot in the middle of the village square. I do hope they move along soon. My fiery, impassioned, flaming dance deserves to be the center of attention. There we go, and this one here. What are you mithering me about? Can you see I'm busy and you get these flames ready? Hey, it's you lot! So the festival's finally underway, eh? Path up, burn malt one up until the return of the flame ritual starts. That's the last part of the festival. Now then, I'll be counting on you when we're up there. Don't go forgetting that! By gum, you've not got your flames yet! Here, get this all sorted, will ya? Aye, right, ya. Would you like to wear a hat of fire? Right, is that everyone kitted out with flames for the festival? Aye, all apart from folks who won't be going up Burnmont. Grand, then let's get started, shall we? I take it you lot are all set? Righto! So this festival is they offer fire back to the fire god in the volcano by throwing hats of fire. Makes sense, right? Beloved Father Outflame, the residents of Emberdale are, as ever, your most humble servants. In exchange for your continued protection, we come now to return to you the sacred flames. Bearing these holy fires, we shall make our way to Vermont, where you reside. All we ask in return is that you provide new flames in place of these, that we may continue to be protected. Frizz, sizzle, flare! Grand. Right, let's get started. Looks like everyone's headed for Burnmount. We shouldn't waste any more time messing around here, Crow. We need to get up there as well. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Oh God. Excuse me. Pardon me. Hey, I'm facing you, and I'm not giving up any place for no one, so that. Hey up everyone, sorry to keep you waiting. I'm happy to say that the return of fire ritual is about to start. Grand, I've host me. Now then, there's no rush. The purpose of this ritual is to show our respect to Father of Flying. It's not a race. There'll be no playing favorites, so you've no need to worry about losing your place. And if it isn't our honored guests, then you come, you lot. I thought you said I wouldn't lose my place. You can't let these Johnny-come-latelys in before me. Oh, don't be such a spoil sport. We've visitors from Lord knows how far away, and here you are fussing about being first. Come, you lot. Now then, as you probably guessed, this here is Vermont's crater. All you need to do is to play your part in rituals, stick them flames you're carrying, and chuck them into the crater like so. See, what we're doing is returning the fire that's been protecting us all year. Father Flame, who gave it to us in the first place. Now then, are you ready to throw your flames in? Yes. Righto, one at a time now. Yay! Something a bit odd about throwing flames into a volcano, but here goes nothing. Yote! I don't even want to think what would happen if you fell in there. I'm just gonna throw this thing and take a step back, okay? Yoodles! Now it's the villager's turn. You lot are done. You can head back to the village if you like. Nah. You lot took your time, the ritual's already started. Right, there's no time to waste. You lot need to get yourselves down to belly of Burnmont quick as you can. There's something strange going on down there, no doubt about it. I need you to look into it for me. I can't go myself, it's crawling with monsters, see. Come back here if you get in trouble though. I've got medicines that'll heal out that ails you. And I can do a half-decent impression of a priest if need be. Yeah? Time's running out. You've got to get moving. So, remember how I said this is timed, right? As you're going through the dungeon, the people who are standing in line are going to slowly, one by one, like, slowly walk their way through that cave, throw their hat in, and you will get a cutscene every hat throw. You have until the very last person throws it in to beat this dungeon. Because once that last person throws, see, look, there's the next one. Don't worry, we won't get a bad end. Because I'm good at this game. Bum bum bum. Oh no, Maribel! Maribel, why don't you date her first? I don't fucking know. You should know this by now. Soon it will all be over, humans. How foolish they must be to worship a deity that does not exist. They even hold festivals in his honor. I am obviously funnier than every joke I have ever told. I am the one who gave power to the funny. Don't you know? Soon the humans will present me with the last of their fiery tributes. And when that happens, the power of the black flame will be entrusted to me. That has been entrusted to me shall be unleashed. Its awakening will cause the flames to pour forth and molten magma to engulf all the lands beneath. The humans, believing that the pitiful father of the flames has forsaken them, shall sink into ruin to despair. Speaking of humans, do you puny specimens mean to stop me? Attempt to do so is to plunge willingly into the nightmare of incandescent flames. But if you insist, I shall gladly oblige. You all shall be burned to cinders. The glowering inferno. easy. Got dazzle. A blue fragment! I've been defeated by humans, no less. But my overthrows have no consequence, though I perish. The black flame itself cannot be extinguished soon. Fools! You shall witness its unbearable power. Well, we're fucked. So you may remember from yesterday, we picked up something called the Holy Holy Water. If we hadn't, well, we'd have to go from here and go get it. Basically, is what I'm trying to say. I saved myself backtracking. Sure. It's an odd-looking liquid. What in the world is that thing? There you are, watching heaven happen down there. You need to tell me exactly what you did and what you saw, and don't leave anything out, okay? Crow explains what happened inside the volcano. Well, that don't sound too clever, and from the look of it, I doubt we'll be able to get rid of these black flames too easily. But we've got to do something. I mean, we know what'll happen if we just leave it be. Is there not some way of putting it out, Pomela? We're just wondering that myself, Gaffer. If there's a way, I don't know of it. Well, can you do a prediction or something? I thought you were supposed to be an all-knowing fortune teller. Oh, did you now? And there was me thinking I was not but a medicine woman. You're lucky I'm in a good mood, lad. I'll see what I can do. But before I do that, beloved, Father out flame, be these children in your cleansing heat. Right, let's get to work, shall we? I can see summit. I can see a room, a right grubby room. If I'm honest, there's a right grubby fella in there and all. He's holding something in a bottle. A vase, is it? No, a bottle! There's some kind of liquid in it. Hold up. It's Crow. Young Crow's there and all. Sorry, that's your lot. If I were to guess, I'd say the spirits are trying to tell us that whatever's in that bottle can put out the black flames here. If we're to find the liquid, we'll need to find the man who's got it. Have you any ideas? Yes. Thought you would. Right, then you best be off to see him and get that bottle. No point in us going. It'll be quicker if you do it. Pomela's right. I know you've done an awful lot for us already, but can you help us out this one last time? Get the feeling that ball flame here is not going to do what for time being, but I'd still get my skates on. What's that? You've already got the bottle? Well, why didn't you say so? Hurry up, chuck whatever it is on these flames. Yoodles! Crow sprinkles the holy, holy water onto the ball of black flames. What we did was we put water full of holes onto a fire made out of black and made it evaporate. That's the stuff. Well, would you look at that? It's gone. Hey, thank crikey for that. If you'd hadn't stuck around to the bitter end, we'd have been in a right pickle. Looks like me vision won't be coming true after all. You sure, Pomela? Aye, I can feel it in me waters. No more eruptions for us. Thank crikey for that. Right, everyone, that's quite enough excitement for 1 year. I hereby declare the ritual over. Now let's get back to Emmerdale and put the kettle on. This calls for a cup, yeah. Crow, you and your pals saved our village. That's why I'm making you our guest of honor tonight. You'll have the time of your lives, I promise. That lady still got the hat on. She's just like, fine. Yeet. Having successfully completed the return of fire ritual, everyone makes their way back to Emberdale. A lavish party is held with singing, dancing, and merrymaking, and the fear that was felt on the mountain is soon forgotten. Crow and friends have a final time surrounded by local well-wishers and plenty of tea and sandwiches. And by the time the festivities come to an end, the sun is already in the sky. Morning! Wouldn't night that way. I just want to say ta for all your help. Oh, it's you. Looks like you've had a good night's rest. The people of this village owe you a lot, you know. So I've been thinking we should do something to say thanks. Had a quick gaze into my crystal ball to see if that might be of any use to you. And so it happens we do. Here. I held on to that thinking it might come in handy when I were telling fortunes, but according to me old crystal ball, you'll get more use out of it than me. Don't be strangers now. If there's ever aught old Paul man I can do for you, drop by for a cuppa and a chatter. Alright, that's all for us here. Time to return to the present. So the volcano didn't erupt and Emberdale is safe, and it's all thanks to us. Still, much as I love being a hero, right now I'm more interested in whether any more islands have appeared. If they have, someone at the castle is sure to know about it. Let's head over there and find out! Alright, we're gonna go get something that'll save us a lot of backtracking in like 3 days. The glisten beautifully in the sun, shining with the colors of the rainbow. We're gonna scoop up some prism dew from the Rainbow Cave. come on! Ugh. I guess not, okay? It's not a dangerous place. In fact, there's nothing to worry about at all. But you didn't hear that from me, right? Nothing to worry about. Hey, now that's dull! Ah, Prisky for your back, and you brought your friends as well. His Majesty's waiting for you. Oh, okay. Our intrepid adventurers have returned at last. I've told King Donald all about what you've been up to. I've told everyone in the castle, in fact. Now it's your turn to talk. Another island's going to appear, isn't it? Come on, tell us all about it. Kiefer, Crow, Maribel, welcome home. Our learned friend here has told me all about your recent activities, something I could not help but notice that you were loath to do. In any case, if what he tells us is true, it would appear that this world once contained a great number of islands. At some point, however, and for reasons unknown to us, they all disappeared, and now your actions are bringing them back. Led to believe, in fact, that a new island may even have appeared as a result of your latest excursion. I must admit, I am skeptical of these claims, which is why I have dispatched a party to investigate. If they confirm the presence of another new island, then I suppose I have no choice but to believe Dermo's explanation, and to believe you too, Kiefer. Now, we should be receiving a report back from them in any minute, at which point... I bring a message from the party sent to investigate the new island. Well, speak. We have confirmed the presence of a new landmass, a volcanic island some distance to the north of the one which appeared the other day. Thank you. You may stand down. Yes, Your Highness. Well, that settles it, I suppose. It must be as the venerable Dermo says. Many islands of our world once lost, leaving only our own small realm behind, are slowly being restored to us, and by none other than our own intrepid young adventurers. I bow before your wisdom, old friend. As well you should. I should have believed you. Please, you must accept my deepest apologies. Now, Keeper. Not for the efforts of you and your friends, the truth would have evaded us. You have done our realm a great service, and for this I am grateful. However, I cannot allow you to continue to put yourself at risk so recklessly, young man. Your adventuring days are over. Your Majesty, that isn't what you promised, my son. You must understand, you are the future king of Vestard. You must leave the task of restoring lost islands to others and focus on your royal duties. And that goes for you too, Maribel. No more adventures. You had us worried sick, young lady. Come on, I'm with you. All right, I'm coming. You don't need to drag me. Well, my lad, you've no idea how happy it makes me to hear tales of your bravery. But there's no point having guts if you don't know when to call it a day. So make a quiet exit of our own. Notice there are 3 adventurer children here. One being reprimanded by their father because he's a king. One being reprimanded by their father because they are a girl. And then there's us, whose father's just like, my son, I'm proud of you. Let's go celebrate at home. You know, I always thought you were a cautious lad. I didn't expect you'd go in for all that daring-do malarkey. Anyway, I'm not going to lay down the law like King Donald or Mermaid and tell you that you can't be going off adventuring. But on the other hand, there's nothing daring or heroic about running off without a by your leave and making your folks worry about you. So I'll ask you straight, lad. Do you mean to go off adventuring again anytime soon? Yes. Even if it means you have to do it all on your own without any of your little friends to help you. Are you absolutely determined? Yes. Well, in that case, I won't stand in your way. You're a young man now. It's only natural for you to want to spread your wings, try new things. Just don't do anything stupid, you hear? There's nothing brave about sticking around to take a beating when you could have run and saved yourself. Well, it's getting late, and you're gonna be needing your sleep by the sounds of it. Good night, lad. Oh, okay. It's bedtime. Finally, what time do you call this? I thought you were gonna make me wait all day. Well, at least someone slept. I was up all night trying to talk some sense into my bone-headed father. Anyway, I bet you think of going off adventuring on your own and that we're not allowed to come, aren't you? Yep. Well, there's no way I'm letting you have all the fun. So my father and he's agreed to let me come with you. Now, in that meeting yesterday, they said something about a volcanic island to the north. Well, I think that should be our next port of call. Oh, I nearly forgot. I want to talk to you about Kiefer. I think we just have to accept that he can't come with us. His father's right. He is royalty after all. It'll be hard with just the two of us, but I'm sure we'll manage. Right, let's get this lid moved, shall we? On 3. 1, 2, 3! Maribel, you need to be stronger. It's no good. We're never gonna move it on our own. What are we gonna do? Well, we gotta go get Kiefer's help. Looks like I made it just in the nick of time. Sorry, I'm late, you two. Right, let's get going, shall we? There's adventuring to be done. Adventuring? But what about your father and your royal duties? Well, let's just say they might have to wait for a little bit. It's not as if I didn't warn my dad this would happen. I told him I was going to keep sneaking out until he finally gives in. I don't care what anyone says. I'm not hanging up my adventuring shoes just yet. Anyway, enough of that. You were about to head off to this new island to the north, right? Then let's get going. Nice. Death cargo! Death cargo, vroom vroom! La 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 la. For 20. Anyway. Now here, where I drop the blessed thing, I don't feel myself without me little blue button. If I can't find it myself, the only other way will be to ask old Paul Mella for a prediction, but I've not enough money for that. You'd be daft not to wear it. You hear that? You'd be daft! Customers? Alright. You come in case you didn't know, I'm Paul Mella, the fortune teller. What are you looking at me like that for? Something strange with me name, is there? Well, I suppose it is strange. It's not really me name and all. It's a name we give to folks in our family who've got the gift, you know. Them as can see the future. See, once upon a time, it used to be one disaster after another around these parts. That is until me ancestor, the first Palmella, put us up to it. She were acting on to father out Flame's orders, see. She also made right good medicine, that first Palmella. Summit I don't have a clue about, sadly. Any road? You've come to have your fortune told, have ya? Ah, you're looking for Summit. Yeah, I can see it. I'm seeing a sign. The sign in front of the inn. Ta. Place used to be famous for something called the Flaming Festival. We're a right big deal. Everyone in the village used to head up to Burma to make an offering. They've not done it since I've lived here, though. It's dying out these days. Look at that. You've only gone and found me a little blue button. You're an absolute champion. You are gonna give it to me, right? Ta! What's that? You think it's strange I've got this fire burning in the middle of the day, do you? Well, I suppose you're right. After all, it's warm enough around here without it. It's not like a nice cold drink. We still some boxers. Doesn't love a spot of mixed bathing after all. Hey, tourists, is it well? Welcome to Emberdale. I take it you like our little village. That's what I like to hear. As long as you're happy, we're happy. That's our motto. And if you'd be so kind to tell all your friends and relations to visit it, we'd be even happier. Just want to put our village on the map. Well, we literally put your village on the map after it was erased. Because a volcano only went and gone up in flames. I'm a warrior in training. Did you get sent here to fight monsters as well? No. Right, well then I better warn you, some people believe that the fire, the flame lives in here. That's alright, things could be about to get messy. I'd head to the village south of here if you don't want to get in on the action. Oh, I want to get in on the action. My favorite thing about this, quote, favorite, is basically every dungeon you go through in the past, you end up redoing the dungeon again in the present, minus a boss. Artificially inflate it with backtracks. I'll take it. Thank God Flame Flat. Blah, blah, blah. Thank God Flame Slash is free. That just gives us more damage. But it all. The Quiddlers are just absolutely adorable. I love the mountain. I love the monster designs in Dragon Quest. I think they're so good and unique and cool. All right. Hey, yo. That looks like a turd that you drop in the bowl. Yo. Kiefer examines the statue. It's been exposed to the elements for a long time and is looking rather worse for wear. Welcome in Regenstein. It's been exposed to the elements. I don't want to have to be to say this, but someone's going to have to, and I know you're thinking it too. These statues really look like people who've been turned to stone, don't they? This is highly unusual. Travelers are making very rarely the journey here. Now, my eyes are not so good anymore, but you are young and full of life, oh dear. A reason you could be having for visiting this god-forsaken place I do not know. We don't exactly know why we're here either, to be honest. A lot of stuff's happened that we don't really understand. Carl tells the story of the party's adventure so far. Ah, so you're making trips across the time into restoring parts of the world that have disappeared, ja? Still, you should forget completely about this village already. It is too late for us. As you are seeing for yourself, every person here has been turned to stone. And there is no longer anything anyone can do to lift this terrible curse. I said simply her and wait for the end to come. There is no need for you to join me in my lonely vigil. Continue your journey, bitte. Okay, bye. Ocht, ein Moment. If you plan to make further travels, you should take this bitte. Requires a pretty bottle whose contents glisten in the light. That bottle is containing the angel tears. They say the legendary liquid can lift the curse which turns people into stone. Doch, now you are surely thinking why I have not used this already, ja? Ach, look around you. These statues are being exposed to so much wind, so much rain. Already they are ruined almost. Even the angel's tears cannot save them. If only I had acquired the tears earlier, the people of the village are surely not forgiving me for my negligence. You see, when nightfall comes, Nein, you do not need to hear this tale. I tell you simply this. Things in this village are dark at best of times. When the evening comes, they are even more dark. If you are spending the night here, be sure you are not venturing to the outdoors after sunset. So I detain you no longer, travelers. Nobody will begrudge you a quick nap. Rest for a while. Crow is woken by a plaintive wailing coming from outside his window. There's a glowy man. It's a man who's been turned to stone. His exposure has left him looking worse for wear. Such a gentle glow. It's as though it's trying to say something. Then all of a sudden the light grows stronger. Hey Ralph, it is the day of Fragments. Perhaps you should drink a little less. Nine? Do not pretend to have concern for me. You make big money from selling me drink, oh dare. I'm not so concerned for you. I'm wishing simply to close the bar in order to join the Regandans. Ach, fine, fine. Dragantons indeed. Every year they're making this big super party and they think they will cause rain to fall. Ridiculous. Huh? Ray! It's Ray! I can't believe... Ugh, this rain is just strange. It's dirty. My skin! My body! What is happening? Is it some cool drug? My body is just turning into stone. Nine, Felix! The statue exploded into dust. That wasn't a crumble, my friend. That was a explosion. And between two books, there's a note scrawled. Read the note? Yes. I was playing in my secret base, and I am making an amazing discovery. Who would be thinking there is a place under the village? Ungloblik. It is near the cliff beneath the shop. Mine water is going often too close to my reminder. The entrance is just north of the tree that is standing by itself. It is a young girl. Super! I make later a note of this and hide it between the books on the shelf. Job perfect. Felix, you cannot make graffiti. It is strictly verboten. Spitelina occupied. But graffiti is verboten. It's not graffiti. This is a self-reminder. Ach, yeah. Speaking of reminding, I must tell you more of my most recent discovery. It's got more amazing than my last. Yeah. Speaking of the secret base. Ah, John, it does not even compare even a little to this new discovery. I'll tell you of it tomorrow. Come to my house during the Regantons. If I am not there, you'll find me in the secret base. Ja, okay, super. She did not explode in. Ach, he is late again. It is her big, strong man. Forgive me, dear Helga. I was not meaning to make you wait. 9, never mind. Well, did you decide what you are going to do? Ja, I have made my decision. I will fetch again the supplies this year. What? Clemens, 9! There are monsters! What is the thing going to happen to you? It's because there are monsters that I must go, Helga. A village cannot produce its own vegetables, 9. This means someone must make the trip to purchase supplies or we will be facing starvation. I am the most suitable candidate. I can more capably fight than any other man in the village. It must be me. Ach, I am not disagreeing with you, but I have made another decision also. Once I am returned from the trip, then I will announce our engagement to the whole village. This is perfect, ja? Clemens, it makes me happy, of course, to hear such talk, but alles klar. Then it's decided, Helga, you must not worry for me. I am able to take care of myself. Ja, I know this, but be careful, bitte. Ja, and I return in plenty of time for the Regentans. Scusi, mein Schatz. See you soon, my love. My dear Clemens, I pray for your safe return. You've returned, and I suppose you've witnessed the glowing statues for yourself, Ja. This glow is the sign of the grudge they are bearing towards me, I am sure. Ah, but you do not know my tale. Perhaps I should provide you with a little of this town's history, ja? Regenstein has always been a very dry place. This is why we were holding the Regentans every year. It's a ceremony to call down the rains. Oh, and it was during the Regentans that it happened that fateful year. On that fateful day, I went to fetch supplies from a faraway town. So I was making my homecoming, I witnessed a large purple cloud floating over the village. And it was raining. It was the heaviest raining I had ever seen, but it was so dirty. It was grey. This grey rain did not last so long, but it was swift. By the time I arrived back to the village, all the people had become turned to stone. I was certain they were desperate to be made human again. I am certain still, but alas, the means to bring this about had evaded me. I could do nothing. I could not help my people. I should have turned to stone along with them. I wish I had been. Ja, this would have been a far less cruel state. Well, back to bed. No, okay, you can't stay in bed all day, you know. What are you gibbering on about? You had a strange vision last night, and because of that you're still sleepy? I really don't have a clue what's going on anyway. It's not important now. Kiefer's found something. Yeah, that's right. While you're snoring away this morning, I took a stroll around the village, and I ended up stumbling across a secret staircase. Obviously, I could have gone and checked it out by myself, but I thought it'd be polite to wait for you to wake up first. Okay, if I'm being totally honest, it looks a bit dodgy. I thought maybe we could ask that old man about it before heading over there. Well, come on. What are we waiting for? I see you're still here. The staircase leads to the underground. Well, now. Great many fortifications and secret tunnels were dug for the battles that once raged in this area, you know. Perhaps the staircase is an entrance to one such tunnel, or a hidden room, perhaps. While you're here, I've remembered a rhyme I was told when I received the angel tears I gave to you. Tears of angels scatter slow, drift doomed, fall to ground below. I often wondered what in the world this could mean. Perhaps one is supposed to go somewhere high up and... ignore me. High place, eh? That big rock in the middle is pretty high up, isn't it? Base number 2. Regenstein stretches out beneath you. If you were to release the angel tears from up here, they'd float down and cover the whole village. Do you want to give it a try? Yes. Huh? are you? My name is Felix, and I'm searching for the other people from the village. Have you seen them somewhere, beat they? It's all very strange. They were here just a moment ago, preparing for the regantans. I wonder if perhaps something has happened. Do you know anything of this? Yes. What? But it has been turned to stone and this all happened many years ago? I'm very sorry, but this is not a funny joke at all, mein Herr. And not convincing either. But it really does feel rather empty, Nine. I suppose I must continue making my search for everyone. You'll help me too, Ja? Statue is looking exactly like Nina. Was it you who built these statues, mein Herr? They are ever so lifelike. Why are they here in this village? You have used the angel tails just now, Ja? Ah! I would recognize that aroma everywhere, but it's not the only fragrance that I have noticed. This entire village has also become brighter also, O'Dare. Unless my eyes have at last begun to become kaput. Who is this man, beat then? Who's your little friend? Nine. It cannot be. Is it truly? Nine. I was not asking you a question. It is beyond a doubt. This voice, this face. I know this boy. You are the son of Rolf, yeah? Your name is Felix. That is correct. So, where have you been all this time? I was underground at my secret base. Underground, you say? Yeah, but of course, this is why you are not weathered by the elements. Wunderbar! My traveling friends, this is a miracle. It is proof that our village is not dead. It is still alive and it is all thanks to you. I told you to leave this god-forsaken place. You did not. You persisted. And used the tears. And now we are forsaken no more. Danke, mein Freund. Danke from the bottom of my heart. Surely this is the happiest day of my life. We must make a little party to celebrate. Yeah, your brave new life in the Regenstein after all. Light of hope returns in the old man's eyes at last. But when he realizes the people of the village really won't be coming back, Felix isn't quite so happy. Eventually, the old man wins him round and promises to look after him for so long. After a little hesitation, Felix finally accepts. Everyone heads to bed, exhausted. And then morning came. I am unable to know how to thank you for all you have done. We owe you everything. We have even inspired Felix and myself to go on a little journey of our own, you know. We decided that we must spread the word of the grave rain which afflicted our home. If we are able to save just one life by doing so, I feel my own existence will not have been wasted. But do not think that this means we are giving up on the people of Regenstein. 999. As we make our travels around the world, we will continue to search for the method to bring the people of our beloved hometown back to themselves. Though we are far away, in the spirit. Though we are very far away, the spirit of the village shall live on. And as the young Felix and I survive, then so too shall Regenstein. Okay, bye! Thank you, computer. stretch. Fix. Nice. Regenstein is Regen gone. Oh, hello there. We don't get many visitors around here. I suppose I better introduce myself. My name's Carrie. I'm sorry to spring this on you out of the blue, but you're travelers, so I was wondering if you could help me out. Do you think you could do me a huge favor? Really? Oh, that's wonderful. The thing is, you see, well, I'm trying to build a town here. Not just any town. A town for monsters who've always wanted to become humans. A place where the formerly wild and savage can come and live a new life of peace. Most people think that monsters just go around attacking people all the time, and lots of them really are like that. There are monsters all over the world who want nothing more than a chance to turn their lives around, to get us new start in a new place and a new body. And I want to build a town where they can do just that. A place where those who deserve a second chance can go about their lives without fear of being judged. In fact, I found the very first resident from my little community on my way here, and I tried to bring him along with me. But we got into a spot of trouble and ended up getting separated. That's why I need your help. I need you to go find him. He started life as a slime, but then he became a poet, and as he wandered the world in search of inspiration, he developed a real taste for fish. I already guess he probably ended up somewhere that's famous for its seafood. I'll keep working on my plans for the town in the meantime. Looking for a poet that loves fish. Ah, this place is great! I love the smell of the sea and the taste of all that fresh fish, but I can't help feeling a bit uneasy. It's as if I've forgotten something. So I remember I was with the girl, but who exactly was she? I'm surprised. My memory's normally really good. Code tells the man about Carrie. Ah, it's all coming back to me. We were going to build a town together. It was going to be great. I'm so grateful of you for sharing this with me. Oh, excuse me. My name is Phlegmaric. Yep. I'd love to give you a token of my appreciation, but I have to get going. Phlegmaric. Phlegmaric! There you are. Thanks to you, my friend, and I have been reunited. Really impressed with how you managed to find him. So impressed, in fact, I'd like to ask you to do the same thing, only if you have time, of course. Come across any more reformed former monsters in search of a safe haven. Could you tell them about this? Oh, thank you. Oh, I nearly forgot. I was told to give you this, by the way. Looks like some kind of stone tablet. I wonder if it's got something to do with that strange flint downstairs. Certainly looks like it fit on top of it, that's for sure. Oh, I love pizza. Wouldn't it be lovely if all the former monsters you had in interesting little treasures like these tablets? Something about holding this one makes me feel calm somehow. Yeah. Oh, hello there. Thanks for your help. Oops. Hello there and welcome. I'm in charge of this plinth and I'm really happy that you've come to see me. Now, since this is your first visit, I should probably begin by giving you a quick explanation of what my little plinth here is all about. Basically, you'll sometimes get things called traveler's tablets from monsters in other places. When you do, you should bring them here and pop them on top of it. They'll take you to all kinds of new and incredible places. Mysterious caves, soaring towers, you name it. Some of them can be really quite dangerous. But if you can beat all the monsters that await you in the places that these tablets take you to, well, all sorts of wonderful things can happen. Oh yeah, this is for you. It's a stat book you can use to keep a record of the monsters you meet. You'll get a new monster stamp each time you defeat a new monster. You can take a look at your stamps anytime you like by hitting info, so. Okay, that's it for me. It was always my dream to build a place where monsters could live in peace and harmony. Alas, I never had a chance to achieve my ambition, and I was too late. That's why I implore you, dear visitor, to continue the work that I started and make my dream a reality. Carry these monster munchies around, and monsters are sure to take a shine on you. This is where you can ask the monsters you've sent to the monster meadows go looking for traveler's tablets for heart of a slime. But alone. Exactly. The starry life for thee. Nah, it was to make up for, you know, stream avatars crashing. Doesn't look like it's me. But that is very sad. We don't like to hear that. Go beat it up. Tell it that this is unacceptable behavior from it. It was magic. Exactly. It was a black magic. Weird. Maybe your internet's just bullying my stream again, like it does every now and then. Because I'm not frame dropping. My only frame drop came from when my computer did a quick freezy. What a literal bully of a Twitch. I have no idea why that's happening. I know. Well, I feel bad because I don't like that it's happening. That green tablet, the first time I played this, I completely missed it. Like, badly missed it. Wait, no, it was the end. I was right. Finally, there was some place for me to strap myself in this town. I'm just itching to do the mashed potato. Woe is me. Is that really too much to ask? Oh, well, I never. That sounds like the kind of place a magnificent mover like me could put down roots. My name's Gene, by the way. Once I've planted my feet firmly in the ground there, come and find me. I'll give you something to say thanks. Crying shame the flowers in this town just aren't speaking to my heart. Tried to sow some seeds so that more beautiful blooms would blossom, but the locals told me to shove off. Go somewhere I can grow flowers of my own. What's that? She's building a new town from scratch, was it? This is just like the place I could really blossom as a gardener. My name's Fuchsia, by the way. Come and find me. This is the download bar, a place of first encounters and fun farewells. Sure. In order to use the download bar, your Nintendo DS has to be connected to the internet. Oh, okay. Nope. Oh. Yes, I get it. Kingfisher colloquy. Ba-da-dum, da-da-dum, ba-da-dum. Good job, Kiefer. We found boss fuchsia. Oh god, it's a dead body! And it's chasing us! I think there is a door at my cat. There we go. There was indeed a door at my cat. Now, this next island is the one I think it is. We actually have a quote about this one. These crabs are smashing. Bow, bow. Hee, hee. Chicky, 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 chicky. Of course. You know what chickens can't do? Rearrange your inventory. try to get a chicken and you get something else. Oh, is someone regretting their quote already? Looks like there's a door that wants to be let out by a cat. You could also request for a quote deletion. If you dislike it that much. Of course. But isn't that what everyone says? Why are there no people here? Well, you can quote me for saying, you know, sounds like there's a door at my cat. True. What on earth? It's a little boy chained to a post. What kind of person would keep a little kid chained up like this? It's disgraceful. We need to get him free now. collar is very tight and it looks painful, but it's locked. Can't get it off. Mo is desperately trying to say something, but unfortunately, Crow doesn't speak animal. If the animals know all about what's going on in this town, if only we had some way of communicating with them. Hold on. I'm sure I remember hearing something somewhere about a man who can talk to animals. Of course! Woody Woodpecker! That was a silly me. I'll take your nut. Come on, controller, why'd you stop working? Nice. My controller all of a sudden just stopped controllering. That is odd. Yeah. So I'm just rebinding everything. To see if that does anything. That's so weird. The whole thing is frozen. Which is, really bad, actually. As you might surmise, so... Yep. Indeed, it is a Disney movie. Okay. Controller here is working. No, it takes us exactly how it is here. That is a small issue. I don't know why it broke or why it froze. I'm just gonna completely restart it. Shut it completely down. Don't look at that. Cause, yeah, it takes us about 2.5 hours backwards. If I can't make it work. You know. It just, yeah, it's completely busted. It is 100% frozen right here. So yeah, this, whatever happened, completely froze the game. It is indeed not a skill issue. It is 100% a game issue. Alright, whatever. Is what it is. There's a loud-ass cat trying to get at my door, though. Teach me to literally not save. Fuck off. Fine. So be it. What? Well, at least I can fly through, the dialogue, which will make catching up much faster. But it just sucks that we have to redo, you know, the entire thing. But it is what it is, so. Well. Let this be a lesson to you, kids. Autosave, autosave, autosave. Doesn't exist. In these older games. I sped up the game 40% too, so... At least, again, this is a whole lot of just stuff that was talking and shit. Well, you know me, I'm really good at breaking stuff. Intentional, non-intentional. In fact, a game I'm playing on YouTube, I corrupted the audio save file. That's right, my save file's audio was corrupted. Actually, that is incorrect. The save file wasn't corrupted. The entire audio file for the game was broken. I had to completely delete every item in it and have it reacquire it. But then I fixed it. Problem solved, I'm a genius. A genius in jeans. Yes. Again, a lot of this will go by a lot faster simply because I can just avoid all the talking, and I'm speeding it up 50%. So hopefully this should only take us 30 minutes to get back there, but... Alright, that was a lot of talking and shit. Quick save. Alright. Yeah. So, I quick saved there because the quick save here is save and quit, but it maintains your quick save. May as well do it this way for now. As long as I remember the path, we'll be fine. Which, don't worry, I remember the path. And I won't do those optional tablet things too. At least at this time. I might do them on my own. So that should save another 20 minutes. It's like, thankfully, what we did was very quick and easy. After this was like the only, quote, real dungeon. And we are just entering a new town and dungeon area. Lots of fighting, wandering, talking, so... If we had lost that too, that would have been absolutely a lot worse, because that boss is a lot more difficult to handle. This guy was alright to handle. Oh. My God, Keefs. Call this a quick restart. So much glitchy content this week. Love it. Again, a lot of what we lost today, which I will say many times over, is just a lot of talking. This was the most action, which was right in here. Both times we went through here, so. We should get caught up before the end of stream. Fuck these shabby caddies. I saw Dazzled and I thought it said dramatized. Dramatized. Like, dramatic. It was dramaticized. They're just being full of drama. They're full of trauma. That's what I get for not paying attention to Maribel, but whatever. What? Uh-oh. That's actually bad. Not much I can do about it. I mean, look at that. It's been 24 minutes, and we already did what took us like an hour. Oh, cool, she's not dead anymore. Let's go! She yoded again. Let us go and quickly save. That way, if it happens again, we've at least done Emberdale. Someone please bitch slap me if I like go long periods of time without us saving again. Verbally, that is. Can't believe I have to specify. It's a volcano. I've been freezing and breaking games a lot lately on my phone, on my PC, and on my phone. Probably break things on my Xbox. I already did. It's got the red ring of death. Oh, okay. I guess I can't break things. But it's broken because of me. Because I was always told if I like it, I should put a ring on it, so I gave it a red ring. Last time I listened to Beyonce for advice. Yeah, abandoning it. Actually, I upgraded to a newer, younger model. Alright, castle. I see you are also a man of culture. Don't forget, this next entire island is simply just talking and talking and talking, so... After we visit Burnmont. Our level's gonna be off now, but whatever. Not much we can do about it. Honestly, I'm glad I decided to do it now, because... Fuck. Doing all this on my own would have been the worst thing around. I'm like, man, I don't want to do this. Aw, oh, they're wet kissers, Amon. They know exactly what you're into. Wait. Anyway, completely ignoring this subject and everything. So did you actually quit your job? Or are you planning to? Congrats, welcome to Hobodom. I mean, that's one way to do it. The better way would have been just to be like, hey, I quit. It's a little less hostile of a way to do it. Yeah, no. At that point, it's not your problem. You already told them you quit. Hey, they can reject it all they want. You told them you quit. Doesn't matter. You quit. I mean, you'll still hear the complaints and shit. It's just, you know. Significantly worse. But, you know what? Hey. Glad you stood up for yourself and said, hey. I'm done. Really? I thought that happened like twice. Hey, does that mean you're hanging out with me tomorrow on stream? No worries. Fortunately, we still have to go through here. I didn't actually realize I could fall down like this. Nah, live it up, Ahmad. You don't gotta catch stream. Live up your freedom! Well, I will tell you right now, Sunday is either us faffing about and just being a completionist in 13-2, or we move on to Lightning Returns because we beat 13-2 sufficiently. Because, like, this last week, I've actually been grinding out 13-2 achievements. For instance, I have fully grinded out 100 link strikes, which, to be honest, we were gonna get anyway. But no, what I had to work on very hard was 100 consecutive ambushes, great ambushes on enemies. Which means I couldn't fuck up once, or else I had to redo all of them. Similar to the dodge 100 lightning strikes in 10, but this one was just attack enemies. And then the other one you saw that popped for me was, you know. No. You want to know the brutal one? It's not even difficult to do, it's just time consuming. There's another one that is for paradigm shifting either 1,000 times or 10,000 times. But wait, there's more! There's one for taking either 10,000 or 100,000 steps on a chocobo. Actually, the chocobo one isn't gonna bother me. Wanna know why? Because I discovered if I set my phone in a very, very specific angle on my controller, it just holds to the side perfectly. So the chocobo just runs a perfect circle. So I'm just gonna set my controller down later tonight and profit. Because to be honest, right now, we are at end of the game. I used a hair tie to hold down the left bumper to autoplay the slots. An auto clicker? Yeah. But why do that when I can MacGyver a solution? I actually am gonna have to redo that again later because there's a second achievement, or there's an achievement associated with it that I didn't realize. So I'll be messing with that later. Anyway. But yeah, other than that, like I said, we're on the last level. Beat the game. Then once I've beaten the game, we go back, get all of the paradox endings, which are significantly harder. And then, of course, after I get all the paradox endings, I have to then go and beat up a bunch of super bosses. And then I want to collect all the, fragments. Which, to be honest, there's only 20 to 30 missing. Not bad. What's really unfortunate is it doesn't look like there's a lot of mods for lightning returns, so I don't think there'll be very much for us to change. One thing I need to make sure is that I have all the DLC for it, which I think was included in the Steam game. You could probably, I could probably look that up really quick, but whatever. Apparently, all the DLC for 13.2 was included. But is the pre-order bonus skins included? Because those are strong. But all the 13.2 DLCs are included, but they're only accessible post-game. Including the SAS DLC, which includes a very, very profitable casino. Cool. So yeah, tomorrow will be the determining factor for what exactly we're gonna do. Me beating the game should not take very long. Me beating the story. What's going to be the factor in determining what exactly ends up happening is going to be completely dependent on what's available with the DLCs, what's available with me being able to beat up the rest of the enemies, and Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut, Taco Bell. You know what? I'm gonna do what I have never done in that game. We're gonna 100% it. Which of course includes New Game Plus! I don't care. Because I think after we beat it, we have a very tough decision to make. We will have already beaten every Final Fantasy game on stream 3 times. So we're gonna have to make a decision of, do we set aside Final Fantasy for a little bit and play a different series? Or true. It doesn't necessarily have to be a, I don't know right now. To be honest, it would just be a different RPG. I did just add a game that I've had my eye on to the, to my wish list, though, that I would consider doing. Yes, we will be playing Final Fantasy 1, actually. Exactly, smut. Shin Megami Tensei. Persona, but darker. Smut? No. Smut is a word to describe, naughty content. But it's not a bad word. But I think if we did decide to not go through a, you know, a building a Final Fantasy playthrough, we would do a different series or just a bunch of other RPGs. Just temporarily. You know, a year or two of, you know, other content. Because I want to play that. There's also, like, SMT Nocturne, which I think is also on my wish list. It's not. Cool. Yeah, there it is. SMT 3 is like what is considered one of the classics. For Shin Megami Tensei. Nice. They are harder. Yeah, there's an HD remaster, but it's for FIDI. I am. I didn't know... Because sometimes I know Steam will, replace games with the HD version when, an HD version becomes available that wasn't available previously. No, but, like... SMT is demons and death. Yeah. Like, you know Persona, how they get edgy in places? Yeah, no, that's, like, not even close to how, like, that happens. Like, I do want to play... You know what? You know what? I've made up my mind. We are playing... I almost said something else, but I'll be nice. We're gonna play the SMT series. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know what I was gonna say. You already know, it's what I said earlier. Smut. Yep. It's not actually bad, but like coming out as a flat out sentence, I'm gonna play Smut. Of course it was. After all, you have, quote, 151. I don't even know if that's the correct quote number. It was! Let's go! Look at that, we've already almost completely caught up to where we were before I broke my game. The reason I'm thinking so hard about all of this is because, like, obviously Monday and Tuesday pretty soon is going to be Dragon Age for at least the next year. And then after that, it'll be... a couple other things. I mean, I got so many games in mind for what's coming up, so... Save! Oh, you can't save? Fuck you. Fuck you! And you, and you, and you, and you. I'll yell at you and say fuck you. All right, everybody, pile into bed. Remind me and I'll play that song tonight. What? It's a legitimate song called Fuck You. Alright, let's try this again. They're dead. We killed them, boss. They're dead. They're dead, son. Smash it. 24 gold to sleep here, even though it was a cow. La 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 la. Alright. We have finally caught back up. Oh! It's like we just did 3 hours worth of gaming in one. God, everything feels so slow because it was reduced by 50%. It's like we're playing in molasses. Oh, by the way, want to know something obnoxious I have to do for 13-2, Ahmad? I have to battle one of every monster in the game and have it recorded in the bestiary. Doesn't seem so bad, does it? The bestiary doesn't tell you what you've missed or how complete it is. All you get to see are the entries of monsters you have encountered. Uh, 13-3, you must defeat the Omega version of every monster. But you have an indication of that because obviously the monsters stopped showing up. Ah, fuck. I'm sorry, Squirrel! I wanted to take your nut! No, I am literally restarting for that because I want that. Yeah, so another thing I'm gonna have to do is look up the bestiary and compare and contrast it to what I have. And then go through, because that is most likely gonna be the last fragment we get. Is that one. Because it requires you to fight every version of a boss too. So Paradox version, normal version. In the case of an enemy called Falsy Adam, you have to get about 4 or 5 different versions of him based upon how you answer a question. He changes. There's another spin-off of SMT. I'm trying to remember what it's called, though. Did you look at the article I sent you? About mortality issues? And, you know, Skyrim 6. I mean, yeah, don't take what it says anywhere close to serious. It was just funny, so I was just like, and send. There it is! So I know what I exactly know what happened. We hit the trigger for text, but I hit it on a frame that the emulator skipped, thus creating a missed trigger, freezing us forever. Oh, so you've got yourself a little girlfriend now, have you? Dearie me, I remember when you were just a little kitten. Look at you now, eh? Meow, meow. Well, hello there. Goodness me, you look very serious indeed. Do you need my help with something? Is that it? What's that? You've gone and found yourselves a town that's chock-a-block with animals, and the people there can't talk. Oh, you youngsters and your japes. Just because I live in the middle of the forest doesn't mean I'll fall for any old tall tale, you know. Anyway, the local creatures bring me all the latest news from around the island. I'm sure I'd have heard if there was a town like that out there. Meow, meow, meow. Is that my furry little friend? These traveler tales have piqued your curiosity. Really? You think I should go with them and see if they're telling the truth or not? Well, I suppose you're right about that. If I don't go with them, they'll never be able to stand a word those animals are saying. Righty-ho, then I'll come and take a look at this town of yours, shall I? After all, if what you say is true, it sounds like you'll be needing my help. Let's get moving. We've got a cutter of the dance floor. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot about Fallout 76. I know a couple of people who used to play it, but like, that wasn't even that much that they played it. It's just an anecdote that I know someone who played it. Isn't that true for most games? This just looks like his time. Oh, seems like you youngsters were pulling my leg after all. This town really is full of animals. Rightio then, let's see what they have to say for themselves, shall we? Well, on to you, a handsome fella. There's no need to be afraid. We just want to ask you what's going on here, that's all. What was that? Sorry, little fella. Could you repeat that for me? I have no idea why, but I can't seem to understand a word he's saying. How terribly peculiar. Try to ask some more animals. Moo? I never thought I'd come across an animal I couldn't talk to. This is most discouraging. I thought it was the animals we were supposed to be talking to. Didn't you say the humans in this town were unable to speak? But hold on a minute. What in the name of creation? I must say, I've never seen anything quite like this before. Yes, this little fellow isn't a human at all. He might look like one, but he's all dog on the inside. Oh, well, there's a turn up for the books. As soon as we can have a good old chin wag. Now, there's no need to be afraid. We just want to ask what's going on here, that's all. Is that so? Go on, well now. Seems that many years ago, this little town was attacked by a fearsome monster. That monster was driven out by a pack of benevolent white wolves. These brave champions of the innocent stood alongside one another in an attempt to repel the threat. But the monster was very powerful, and one by one, the wolves began to fall. What a tale. Let's talk more after we find some more humans. Or animals in humans form. Well, there's this old so-and-so. Yes, this fellow isn't human at all. He might look like one, but he's all horse! Well, let's start for the books. This means we can get a good old chin wag. Yeah. Guys, so... After a long, hard battle, the remaining white wolves managed to lure the monster into a sacred cave known as the Grotta de Sigilio, where they sealed it away, blocking the entrance with an enormous rock. The monster put up a brutal fight, however, and only one white wolf survived, an expectant mother, heavy with cubs. There she was all alone, her friends having sacrificed themselves in order to seal the beast away. I mean, the tale for this game is great. Like this town specifically. But you're gonna love the present day town. After all these years of peace, the town has been attacked again, and only a few days ago, apparently, a terrifying creature came and turned all the people into animals and all animals into people. That explains it. That's why everything's in such a muddle. What a tale. It seems the fiend who attacked the town just recently came from the mountains to the west. Oh my, that's exactly where the white wolves sealed away the other monster all these years ago, since something very worrying indeed has been going on. So, though I worry I may have lost the thread there amongst all the excitement, why don't I try to piece things together? Sure. Yep. It's barbaric keeping a youngster chained up like this. And look how tight his collar is. The poor lad can barely breathe. He must be in so much pain. We need to set him free immediately. I think my penknife should cut through this collar. Let me give it a try. There, it's off. Well, my boy, how does that? Hey, where are you? Wait! Blimey, that boy can move. Oh, he's a live one, eh? Still, it's a relief that he's healthy after what he's been through. Now listen, bro. We've got to do something and bring all the animals and humans in this town back to normal. And if you ask me, the key to do that is up in the mountains to the west we've been hearing about. Now, I'm sure you're planning to head over there anyway, so you won't mind if I come along with you. Ho, 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 ho. He's Woody Santa Claus. Well, heading to the west will be exactly the best way to start things off next time. So, I am going to leave things off right here, and we'll pick it up again next time. So, anyway. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And until the next time, everybody, stay